Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the What We Said podcast. It's a lovely Friday today when you're listening to this, and I hope you've had just the most absolutely stunning, beautiful, amazing week thus far. What's the day today?
I don't remember. It's the last Friday of the month.
Yeah, so it's not September yet.
Can't believe another month has passed us by. You know how
Time
it
is
goes.
flying.
Time flies when you're having fun.
Mm-hmm.
For real. August just came and went very quickly. Guess what? My house inspection is supposed to be tomorrow when I'm filming this. It's supposed to be very soon, which means we can move in after that.
Hopefully you're moved in by the time people are listening to this.
We definitely will be in the process at the very least.
Yeah.
So,
that's so exciting.
That's the plan. Finally.
Is it like pretty much you go in and you're like, yeah, we could move our bed in here and live in here right now.
Definitely.
Oh my gosh.
It's just, the only thing is that we did have to do a lot of like little temporary things aesthetically. So I feel like I'm not ready for like a full blown, like here's the final house tour. Oof, gotta decorate the whole thing. I have the main things that I need from our old house, like the main events, you know, the couch we have, TV stand, bed, and then like our kitchen is done pretty much. So we're still waiting on our fridge panels, but and the panel for our dishwasher. So there's like a few little aesthetic things, but those don't even really matter for like actually living there. You know, we can definitely live. It's just not fully gonna be. And our main bathroom will be like totally done. Like we can take baths and showers and like it'll be totally good. Oh my gosh,
can't wait to come over.
So yeah, I'm so excited.
What room do you think is gonna be done the first? Like what's your priority?
Like decorating wise?
Yeah.
Actually Benny's nursery probably will be done first. Yeah, just because I have like actually planned it the most out of any other room probably. I've been kind of doing them one by one. I have a plan for most of the rooms. The room that will be done last that I have not really thought about as much is like our den office area. I don't really know what's going on in there.
Yeah.
Other than that, I pretty much have a plan for every room. But that being said, like I have to buy all the furniture for it and like put it all together.
And who knows how long that's going to take.
Yeah, it's going to take a second. But definitely to the average eye, like it will, it's a house. It's going to be done.
Well, you have the good bones of the house. So the decorating isn't even as important.
Yeah. Like we can get away with it being pretty minimal for a second.
For sure. Like you have beautiful ceilings, beautiful floors.
You know what I don't have is rugs. We were just at lunch with our friends who are also renovating, and we're just talking about different parts. Like, oh, now we have to decorate, and I was like, it's like, oh, lighting fixtures are so hard. Like to find like the lighting fixture that's gonna tie the room together. And she was like, but rugs are so hard. And I was like, okay, rugs are also so hard. And then we were just talking about how like it's so hard to put a room together. And my entire personality at this point is making like mood boards and vision boards. I just like go on Canva and put all the pieces that I think will look good together. That is, I don't know how you like design anything without doing that.
Yeah.
You have to do that.
Good. Yeah.
Because unless you just have a natural eye, I feel like there will be certain things that I will think like, oh, this is what I want. And then I see it together and I'm like, and I try something that I didn't think I would want as much. And I'm like, wait, that looks way better.
Yeah.
Like a color or something, like a color of wallpaper. I was maybe going to do some wallpaper in our main room. And I was like, oh, this like neutral, really faded one might look good. And then I tried a different one. I'm like, the other one looks so much better. Like I would have thought that the neutral one I would have liked more, but I don't think so.
I know, to see the colors and all that together.
Yeah.
Yeah, textures, patterns. The hard part is patterns a lot of the time too, because you have to have like the right balance of small patterns, big patterns, medium-sized patterns. You can't just all have like big patterns. Yeah. It's hard to find
textures.
The perfect ones.
Yeah, totally. That's like a whole other beast is like styling and decorating it. But I will say it has been so fun. Like I've unlocked a new hobby and it's like designing the actual house. Like I even think I maybe enjoy that more than the decorating. Yeah. I don't know. I haven't really like fully dove into the decorating situation. I'm excited to watch that come together, but the actual finishes of the house, like that was such an amazing and fun process for me. Like
rewarding.
Yes. I was telling Leif, like I was looking at this house, or just on Instagram, I saw this desert house in Arizona. And I was like, my new not even a goal. I really don't even.
You're like, Joanna Gaines, house flipper.
No, I literally just want to buy houses in different places and make them so, like, buy a house in Arizona, kind of in the desert, and like make it just such a cool deserty vibe. Like, I just want to design it and then like walk away. I don't even necessarily want to like live there. I just want to like design it.
You can.
And then like Montana, I want to like buy a, you know, cute like cabiny, ranchy type of house and like design it in that vibe. And then again, just, well, if I had unlimited money, then I could just have them all and go to them whenever I want. But, you know, again, just kind of design it and then walk away, maybe stay there in the summer or something, summertime or something. But I love like when you can design a space for where it is. So like our whole house, my whole vision for it has been kind of more of like coastal bungalow vibes with like a touch of kind of like desert tones as an ode to growing up in the desert, but keeping it still coastal. And yeah, anyway, the other day Leif's like, our counters like really remind me of the ocean. I go, yeah, that's the point.
That's the brand, honey.
he's like, oh, I know. But he's like, they really do like look like waves. I'm like, yes, that is why I picked them out.
Yeah.
And I'm like, and you were obsessed with them. That's why. That's because you love the ocean. Like, we're trying to create a coastal home here. We were laughing. I'm like,
that's hilarious.
Did you just come to that conclusion? Like, they're all installed. He's like, whoa, this kind of looks coastal. I'm like, that's the whole theme of the house.
Yeah.
I was dying.
That's so funny.
But yeah, it's been so fun. I'm excited to give an actual update when I actually like live there. I feel like it's just been talking about
actually
moving in forever.
Appreciate it, you know? Yeah. Appreciate the work that you've done. Like, oh, this hallway is flows so nicely.
Yeah.
The feng shui of it all.
Yeah. You know what I think is the hardest part of a house?
What?
Art.
Yeah.
Finding art that all like goes together. And
it just takes the longest because you can't just like order it all at once because you have to find it.
Yeah. You have to find it at different times, see if it all goes together. I don't know.
Rugs are hard too, though.
All of it is like really hard to tie it together.
Yeah.
But it's so fun. And I do have a new hobby that I've unlocked. Very expensive.
What is that called?
What?
Like if you were to do that as a job?
I don't know if it's an interior designer. Maybe it is an interior designer.
You're saying like the builds of the house? Or you're saying like the finishes, like the cabinets?
Mostly the picking the finishes. Okay. Like not the architecture, not like figuring out the layout of the house. My mom is really good at that. Yeah. She's really good at understanding. Like it's sometimes really hard for me to visualize things. Like, I don't know. My mom would be like, oh, you should, put the door over here and do this. And I'm like, okay, yeah, I can see how that. And then once it happens, I'm like, oh, this looks amazing. Yeah. And she's like, and even she came over and I was like, oh, this part's not done. This part's not done. She's like, oh, it's fine. I can already like completely, she's like, it's done in my head. I can completely visualize it. I'm like, oh, that's a gift that I don't think I have. But when I can see physically finishes, I can definitely I think I can put them together well. But it's like imagining something is harder for me.
Yeah.
So I think I enjoy more of like, okay, we're going for, like picking a type of feeling I want a space to have. Like I want this bathroom to feel very like zen. I want it to feel elevated. I want it to feel, have coastal elements.
I feel like that's like an interior designer then if I'm thinking correctly. Like Kelly, one of my favorite people to follow. Kelly
I love
Wersler.
Her.
Yeah. That's what I took her master class and it was all about like the finishes and the textures and the metals and the, materials to use.
She's so good at that. Yeah. So, but I don't know. We'll see how I feel when I decorate because I've never had free reign completely in a space like this to like really be like, I feel like there's always hesitation. Like in rentals, I haven't put up wallpaper. I haven't painted really. Like I haven't fully gone full out because I never knew how long I was going to live in them. So now we're putting it to the test. I'm not sure, but definitely the picking out the colors and the vibes and like that I find really fun. Yeah. So that's been like the most fun
Well, it looks great.
part.
So you're good at it.
Thank you. I'm excited to live there and actually enjoy it. It's going to be
Have
so
your own
nice.
house. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. I'm excited. I'll give you guys more updates once I
had a legitimate nightmare the other night that I was going through what you've been through multiple times that they called and were like, you have to move out of your house. And we like moved into another house that I just like hated. And I was just like begging them like, please, can we come back? Like I was heartbroken that we couldn't live in our house anymore. I was like, I woke up, I'm like, it's just a dream.
Yeah. Must be nice. To only have to live there in your dreams.
But I was thinking about how horrible that really is.
It really has been the worst.
Yeah.
Feeling. And I was saying,
especially when you just love the house. I mean, maybe if you weren't like super attached, but
yeah.
I feel like especially your LA house was like a house that you guys like lived in for a long time and were like.
Well, both houses that I've got kicked out of, that's the most I've attached I've been to any house. Think about it.
Both of them?
Yeah.
Oh.
Like those two specific houses have been my favorites.
Yeah.
Like the other ones have been like temporary or just more like those have been, I've lived there for years.
Yeah.
Really like.
Decorated them.
I said,
put
I
effort into them.
haven't done like wallpaper and paint, but like.
Yeah, that's
hung
true.
stuff on the wall and like really made it my own.
That's
and
true.
Then, yeah, they literally, and okay, I was just thinking back to like the LA house one, when we got kicked out of the LA house. That I was really thinking about that, and I have now gotten mad about it because I'm like, wait, we like upgraded it in a way, which is completely our choice. We didn't change anything about the house, but we just like, we really
painted
put a lot
everything.
of effort into it. Yeah, we like had this really cute light fixture that like I'm pretty sure me and my mom or me and Leif, I can't remember, like we painted it because it was like we made a floating shelf. We made 2 floating shelves. Like we put them together with like wood and like hung them. And then basically because we got kicked out and had to move out so fast, I was just like, whatever, like just keep it there. Like it's too much work to be like, now let's unwire the whole light fixture. So I left the freaking stuff there.
Yeah.
And it's like other people just...
Because they kicked you out so fast, they took your stuff as well?
Yeah. I think they actually the new owners might have like pitched in a little bit for the stuff but because there was like a shelf that fit perfectly there.
So
and
they
like,
wanted it.
Just all
like,
this
I'm not going to take that. Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm like, bye.
Yeah.
Like we put so much effort and energy into it, which again, like that's on us because we didn't own it. And then to just be kicked out and have to move out so fast and like lose all that hard work too. And have no home and have to like live in a random Airbnb. I'm like, cool.
Yeah.
That actually is so annoying.
Yeah.
The place that we have been living, people will ask like, how is it going there? And I'm like, don't get me wrong. First of all, we have AC there, which is amazing. Our last place didn't have AC, and truly with a baby, I think that would have been a nightmare. So I actually am grateful in hindsight that we don't live in that place, even though I loved it so much. Like not having AC, there are a few months here that are really warm, and it would have been literally like these past few months when I have a newborn. And I was just picturing like swaddling her when it's so hot. And I'm just like, that would be really, I feel like that'd be actually stressful to feel like my baby is
going all the time.
Yes. So anyway, I'm grateful for the AC for sure. And, whatever, but I cannot express how excited I am to have my bed, my couch, my stuff back, my dishes. Like we're just using all the stuff because it was a furnished rental. So we're using all of their dishes, their pans. Like I have a few things that are my own, but it's like I cannot express how much I have been craving that, especially during postpartum. Have a life-threatening infection that I am like, bedridden for, but I'm in a random bed with you know what I mean? Like it has been, I have just craved my own stuff so bad. And even though obviously I'm so grateful to like have, it was really nice for the time being. Like it was super clean and had AC. Like it was awesome for that reason, but I'm so excited to have my own stuff.
Oh my gosh, I can't even imagine.
Because also we've had so many of our family members will come in to town, and I'm like, there is no space. Like we are bursting at the seams in this place. Because one of the rooms is just completely like all like stuff. It's just like our clothes and Benny's stuff. So we just don't have much space. Yeah. I'm like so excited.
Oh my gosh, it's crazy. Yeah. That will be so nice.
Enough of me ranting.
I was just telling Nick, I feel like you've made it in life when you have a bed that you're excited to get back to after you're traveling. Like
yes.
When you even at a hotel, like a nicer hotel, you're just like, but my bed is so comfortable. I love my sheets. I love my pillowcases. We stayed at a place recently and the pillows were so puffy. And so like I woke up so congested because it's just like, I'm like, I need to get back to my own bed. I had bed head because I don't have my silk pillowcase. Like I need my own bed with my comforter, with my mouth tape next to me, with all my stuff. Like I need my stuff.
There is nothing better. And it's like, we've tried to make this place our own, but you can only do so much. Yeah. When again, it's none of your stuff. It's like, those are not your belongings. Yeah, exactly. So you can try and make it homey. And I feel like we have, and it does feel fine, but yeah, I'm just excited.
Yeah, I get that.
So
can't wait for the update when you're moved in.
Yeah. Coming soon. Crazy. I know I've been saying coming soon for 3 months. People are probably like, can you move in the freaking house yet? Yeah, you're telling me.
You sell it?
I'm like, and we're selling it next week. Mm-hmm. Yeah, all of the permits and all that has taken so long.
Yeah.
Inspections, blah, blah, blah. People are commenting. They're like, that's crazy that you have to have like every single thing done. Like where they're from, they don't have to do that. It's like you can move in and still be working on a bathroom or like, yeah. Like that's insane. Like we have to have our internet set up, like everything. What? Every single thing has to be done.
Why do you have to have your internet set up?
I don't know. Every single light fixture has to be in.
Is it because California is so like energy efficient? Like
maybe
you do have to make sure that your water doesn't like put too much water out. Like your shower heads. I do know that.
Yeah. There's a lot of different like rules and guidelines.
Probably like you can't have too much internet. You can't, or maybe like not too much internet, but like the energy, I think of it.
Maybe that's it. I don't know. But basically they have to check every single thing.
Jeez.
Even the light fixtures. Because I was like, I don't know what I want to do in that room yet. They're like, well, you have to have one for inspection. Or I was like, you can't move in. I'm like, okay, put a $5. So we literally have $5 light bulbs just screwed into the top of like 3 of the rooms. Because I'm like, I don't know. I don't know what light fixture I want in that room yet.
So weird.
Like, it's stressing me out.
Anyway. Interesting. Stay tuned.
Any updates from you?
No, I have some updates I'm going to share next week. Okay. I'm saving them. It'll just be a couple days. You guys don't have to wait too long. But
yeah.
No, the biggest, I just kind of talked about it very briefly, is I've been mouth taping.
Has it been changing your life?
I haven't been doing it long enough to know.
Okay.
So I got it. I got the Skinny Confidential one, of course.
Of course.
So cute. And I was a little scared. I've like been putting it off because I've been like, okay, I don't know how it's gonna go. I'm like scared to have tape over my mouth at night. It's like so not a big deal at all.
No, that is kind of scary, especially for me. I feel like I was gonna say drown, suffocate.
No, because they have a little
breathe through my.
But they have a little hole. Like, so you can't even drink water like with a straw through it.
But you can still breathe a little bit.
If you wanted to, you could still breathe out of it. But it's
I guess that's the point though, is to not breathe.
Exactly. But like it doesn't let your jaw fall.
Gotcha.
That's the most important part. So I guess if you needed to, you could breathe out of your mouth, but it's not going to make it so that that's your main breathing. Okay. Because your jaw's not dropping, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So, and I've been a little sick like the last week. And the nights that I taped my mouth, like there was one night that I didn't tape my mouth and I woke up with the sorest throat. Like I'm like, oh my throat's scratchy. When I tape my mouth, I wake up, my throat is so lubricated. So nice. I do notice a little bit more energy when I wake up without it. Because I did it without it. And I was like,
with it.
Yeah, when I wake up with mouth tape.
More energy.
I do notice a little more energy just throughout, like right when I wake up. And I notice now I was taping for like probably a week, and then I did one night where I wasn't taping, and then I taped the next night, and then the next night. So I had like 2 nights where I wasn't taping.
Okay.
Taping.
Literally. No, I love it. A verb. Just
when I was taping. A new verb. And those nights I noticed scratchy throat. I noticed like how I just, it's just like your waking up experience when you've been mouth breathing, especially because I was sick. So like I was breathing through my mouth even more.
Yeah.
And I was realizing I'm like, I think I am a mouth breather. Like I think at night I am, not probably all the time.
Your jawline so sharp then?
Well, that's the thing is I don't know if it's been forever, but I was.
You start getting a receding chin.
No, literally. Well, just like whatever. Not that my jawline went away, but I was like, I'm feeling whatever. I'm not going to get into it. Nick also was saying, he's like, my best asset was my jaw. He's like, and recently, I'm like, because you started snoring, because you're a mouth breather.
No,
so we need to
it's just getting older.
No, mouth tape's going to fix it.
Well, yeah, we can only hope. But
yeah,
I swear, it's just like the older you get.
Yeah. Well, your skin gets
your skin just gets less tight. And so everything kind of starts to.
Yeah. But Nick has been also snoring. So he was saying, I was like, we should try mouth tape for 30 days and see just like overall how it is. I'm not expecting it to like change our face. That's not even really the main reason.
Yeah.
I didn't want it for like my sinuses because I wake up with stuffy noses all the time. So I'm just like, maybe this will help. And Nick does snore. So I'm like, you've got to tape your mouth because you got to be waking up with just the driest of throats. It can't be good. It's not good for you.
Yeah.
Like that can't be good for you. It's like so bad for your health to mouth breathe.
Been doing it all my life.
Have you ever tried mouth taping?
I haven't. I bought some, and I don't think I ever even tried it.
It's because it's kind of scary.
It is. I'm like, I'll do this later.
But you should try it just one night. Like, just commit to one night. You don't have to commit for forever, and see how you feel. Because you can rip it off. Like, if you wake up and you're like, this is too much, you can just rip it off.
Okay, I'm gonna try. Also, I just remembered that I literally would pay like $10.99 a month for like a face yoga app where it's like, do this, like, it's like crazy. It's like you have to make these crazy movements with your mouth and it's supposed to like snatch your jawline. Literally 1 week later, I made my appointment for my chin implant. I'm like, this is not working. Gave it 1 week.
Tell me you canceled, or did Rocket Money tell you hadn't canceled yet?
Rocket Money probably let me know. Your mewing app is $10.99 a month. I'm not kidding. I paid for it, the app, to show me how to literally be like, I'm like, I paid $12 for this. And then no joke, I think I made an appointment with a plastic surgeon within 1 or 2 weeks.
You're like, this isn't
I was
working.
like, this is not giving me the results I need, and it's not fast enough. I need a new chin.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I don't think it necessarily changes. Like, I think if you mouth breathe, like you were saying, like for your whole life.
Well, I think it's more about the health for the mouth tape thing.
Yeah, but it does.
Maybe an added benefit.
But I've been seeing on TikTok all the time that it does define your jaw a little bit more if you mouth tape. Like, that's supposed to be one of the benefits. It will define it. I don't think, again, it's like going to change the structure of your jaw, but maybe it's just, it's if you're like this more, it's like mewing.
Yeah.
Literally.
Well, Lauren Bostic is always on the pulse. I always trust that she knows what's up. I feel like she knows all about the health benefits of all these random things.
Another thing she told me to do, well, not directly, but through her TikTok, was gua sha hairbrush. And I bought it. It's from Snow Fox. That's the company. It's like gold plated bristles, but they're just like straight. Okay. And it feels it's almost like a head scratcher,
What's the point of it?
Gua sha for your scalp. It's supposed to like stimulate circulation, whatever. Just who knows? It feels good. Who knows? But for hair growth, it's one of those.
Well,
things
she looks amazing. So she's literally like, her face is glowing.
Yeah,
her hair is so thick. She's eating a bowl of meat. I'm like, give me the bowl of
give me the meat and give me the gua sha. Give me everything that she had like all these things in the gua sha hairbrush was one of them.
Okay,
there's something else that I bought from her. I bought a bunch of Skinny Confidential stuff recently. I bought her dry brush. I didn't have her dry brush. I have refill for her razors. I love her refills.
Love
this
the
is
razors.
not sponsored by Skinny Confidential, but
we do love them. Thank you to our sponsor. Her ice roller is next level. I mean, everything that she does is
her little pink balls, so nice. So yeah, everything she does is so good.
I truly used my ice roller religiously when I was pregnant, especially at the end of my pregnancy. I would literally roll it on my ankles.
I would be going crazy on my jaw when I was 9 months pregnant. My face still swollen. I'm like, this will do it.
This is the trick, mouth taping and just going ham. Yeah. No, I love
on your ankles.
Stuff.
Yeah, I bet
I would literally put it all on my ankles because it would. Little did I know I had preeclampsia.
Yeah.
And that's why my ankles were so huge, but it did feel good. It did give just a little bit of relief. Yeah. I love her stuff.
We're jumping into an ad to talk about Rhoback. We love Rhoback. They have tons of cute stuff. If you're in your sporty era, the weather's maybe getting better wherever you are. It's getting a little cooler. So the activities, I feel like in the fall, you can really go, I'm excited to go running again in the fall. You don't have to wake up at the freaking crack of dawn or wait till the sun goes down. And Rhoback has so many cute pieces to go along with you for whatever sporty event you're going to. So they have their new women's line. One of their pieces is the new women's sunrise shorts. They are so nice because they have built-in liners. I love a running short or just like an athletic short that has a liner because they're super comfortable and have a really cute look and they fit great. So if you're going on a walk or run, you can wear these shorts and feel super comfy.
If you're not a big shorts fan, they also have skirts. You can wear them for pickleball, which, Chelsey, I've been thinking we need to get back into our pickleball.
Yes, we do.
Game. A game of tennis or just when you're on the move. They have pockets built into the liner that are so convenient and overall just really, really cute. They also have a very cute active dress. It's called their Rhoback active dress. They figured out a way so that you can keep your dress on when you gotta go, if you know what I mean. They call it their GTG technology, and it's amazing, and it's also super comfortable, flattering, and just great for whatever the day has in store. You can, like we said, play pickleball, play tennis, go on a walk, do a little workout, and then go run errands, and you still look very, very cute and put together. So if you haven't already, it is now time to try out some Rhoback. Use the code What We Said on rhoback.com for a generous 20% off your first order through the end of this week. That is spelled RHOBACK.com. That's 20% off all shorts, skirts, dresses, and more with code What We Said. Stay comfortable all day with Rhoback. Okay, you guys, I am very, very excited about this sponsor and that we have a code because this is somewhere where I've personally been shopping a ton for Benny. I feel like actually probably, I'm not exaggerating, 50% of her wardrobe might be from Quincy May. They have such cute kids clothes. So Quincy May is a brand that is within the Riley and Crew Collective. And the Riley and Crew Collective combines art and imagination to offer unique clothing for modern children and moms. Each collection features hand-drawn illustrations paired with beautiful muted tones and timeless designs. Riley and Crew is more than just a clothing brand. It's a one-stop shop that caters to you and your children at every stage of life. Whether it's welcoming the newest member of your family in Quincy May, dressing your child in Riley and Crew for the first day of school, or celebrating special occasions in a Nora Lee dress, they have an outfit for every occasion. They also have mama and mini styles, which is very adorable. I've actually been looking at some of them for matching with your little, perfect for your vacation, family photos, and holidays. With a focus on modern baby basics, Quincy May is your one-stop shop for baby and toddler essentials, featuring a collection of beautiful organic baby basics in earthy solid colors and subtle prints. They really have so many cute pieces on here. I have so many little like onesies, some that she can sleep in, some that are a little more dressy. We recently went to a wedding and she wore a cute little Quincy May outfit to the wedding and got lots of compliments on it. So they have lots of different patterns and just cute muted tones. Visit RileyandCrew.com/whatwesaid and use code WhatWeSaid at checkout for 20% off your first purchase. That is RYLEEANDCRU.com/whatwesaid and use code WhatWeSaid for 20% off your first order. I also am going to maybe link a few of my favorite outfits that she has from Quincy May on my Instagram story and do a little link and code for you guys to check it out. But yeah, I'm so happy we have a code for them because Chelsey and I both love this brand so much and we hope you guys do too. Sometimes I love, like, I'll go in and out of phases of being like, okay, screw all this health and wellness stuff. Like, I don't care. And then I will go absolutely feral for all of it. And I'm like, I want to buy every health and wellness product. I was just looking at this photo of my new shower, like niche thing.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like, that will be filled with
the most luxurious
of products.
Yeah.
Like, I want to get new
the
body
wash,
I bought this like exfoliating mitt thing.
Yeah.
Because I have one, but it's like so ugly.
Yeah.
It's like just whatever. And I've also, it's crusty and musty. Okay.
Yeah.
So I bought one. I was on Zara Home buying stuff and there was like an exfoliating mitt that was just like a kind of earthy color, like tan. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, oh, that'll look beautiful. Yeah. And I need to exfoliate off, sometimes when I self tan. So I bought that. And yeah, I have like restocks of some of my favorite brands that are just like so pretty. And I'm like, oh, I can't wait to put that in my shower. I just love when things look beautiful.
I know. You know what? In your new house, when you were talking about organizing, is like how you have like all this pressure that you need to have this house organized.
Yeah.
I would love to, if you would let me have the honor,
the privilege
of helping you organize your cleaning stuff. Like I can bring over my Dymo gun, my label maker.
Slay.
We can make like
cleaning, like actual cleaning products,
and you
like
just have
jars.
one jar that you like get refills in. It doesn't matter where, you can like order refills or whatever. But like the jar, then they all look like aesthetic together in your cleaning stuff. I love that. Like
I would love that.
That crap. I love it.
I would love that.
So I'll help you come label.
Yeah,
make
we
labels.
need to get some freaking closets built.
Yeah.
I'm terrified. I'm like, I'm gonna move in with the worst setup.
Yeah.
No shelves anywhere. Our pantry, no shelves.
Really?
We haven't, like, we need to have them built.
Yeah.
And we've just been so focused on like what needs to be 100% done before we were even allowed to move in.
Yeah.
And then we'll figure out the rest.
Oh no.
And also,
and you don't want to get something necessarily, this will work for now, and then it just stays there for years.
So we're like, oh my gosh, we want to do this right.
Yeah.
But yeah, everything's it's a lot to do at once. And our friends were just telling us, like, oh, did you seal because in our bathroom, in the guest bathroom, the tiles are cement. And they're like, oh, did you seal them? Like, because we had cement tiles and they didn't seal them correctly. And then cleaning people came to clean them. and completely ruined them. And so they had to completely demo the entire bathroom and redo all the tiles in it and then seal them, whatever. And so I texted my contractor like immediately. I'm like, oh my gosh, there's cleaning people coming tomorrow to clean the whole house, which is now today.
Yeah.
And I texted him like, hey, do these have sealer on them? He's like, no, it doesn't have sealer yet. And I was like, do not let that, like it was literally divine timing that they told me that. I was like, please do not let them, yes. I was like, please do not let them touch that bathroom with cleaning supplies until this has been sealed. And I sent him like the specific sealer instructions from the website and stuff. And I'm just like, there's so many little things to think about. I'm like, they could have just ruined all the tile.
Oh my God.
I don't know for sure, but maybe.
Oh my gosh.
Anyway.
Jeez.
Yeah. Anything else?
No. That's all.
Nice. Okay, we're doing advice today. We love a little advice column. Last Friday of every month if you're new here. You know what I'm depressed about? That we can't get our Valley Girl latte anymore.
I know.
I'm legitimately depressed. I'm not kidding. This is not like a,
No, I get it every day.
Sponsor. I literally get it every day.
I can't live without it.
Especially because it's been like, oh, it's going to go away. I've literally been getting it every single day because I'm like, well, it's my last chance.
I know.
Like, I'm depressed.
I know. It is so sad.
It's so sad.
This morning. What am I going to get?
I don't know.
Like, it's just not going to hit the same.
Nothing does.
Nick's like, maybe they'll just make it for you when you come. I'm like, it's like a whole mixture that they have there.
Can you please stock the house-made blueberry syrup just in case I come?
Yeah, just in case I come, and maybe I won't come every day, just once a day. I'm like, I don't think that's how it works, but that's very sweet of you to think that they would do that just for me.
You know, it doesn't hurt to request. Help. I know my father-in-law is having an affair on my mother-in-law. My husband and I know it's been going on for years.
Shoot.
What do I do?
What? You've known it for years?
They know it's been going on for years. I don't know if they maybe just found out.
What do? You
need to like set him up. Like you need to
bring her to family dinner.
Yes, like make a scene or have something happen where he gets caught basically.
You should have
him get caught.
Yes, you should have it where you guys are all going somewhere and make sure she also, I don't know how you would do this, but like get her to be in the same room with everyone and then have them like panic. Like he will then panic and then maybe his conscience will be, rocked into the right place. Be like, oh crap, I need to come clean because I'm seeing my mistress and my family here.
In the same location.
Yeah.
Can you imagine the anxiety?
He would be freaking out. Oh. Assuming maybe she doesn't even know that he has a family.
Right.
But if she does, maybe, but like if she doesn't know and she just sees you with your family.
Yeah, how can you guarantee that? Because that means you'd have to be in contact with her. I'm sure she knows he has a family. That's really
maybe
crazy.
You find out she loves adopting puppies. You have an adoption. You know that there's an adoption going on. You bring your family,
Bait her. Figure out her
she
biggest
goes to this
interest.
yoga place all the time. Take the smoothie place next door. Take your family. Like, I really want to try this.
Yeah, we need to set him up somehow. I mean, personally, I just don't think, like, I'm trying to genuinely put myself in that position. I don't think I'd be able to, like, shut my mouth about that. Like, if I knew someone was having an affair, well, definitely with my mom, but I'm thinking,
like,
if I knew my in-laws, if I knew my father-in-law was cheating, if I knew them at all, if I knew he was cheating on my mother-in-law. Yeah. I'm telling her. Yeah. Or like I'm making Leif tell her.
Or I'm saying passive aggressive things all night while he's there. Like to insinuate. Like
I don't think I would be able to just like be quiet about that. Do you?
Yeah. Well, I'm saying I would probably number one be like if I can't say anything to them, I don't want to be around them because I won't be able to just be like
everything's normal.
Everything's good. Or I would probably make little comments here and there in a passive aggressive way, like I do.
Give me an example.
Like if we're at dinner or something and he's like, oh, just the love of my life. I'm like, say something like just one love, your whole life, just one love, say something like that. Like, oh, yep. Like emphasize it and not necessarily like come out and say it, but maybe show him like where he's on his toes. Why is she saying that?
Yeah, totally.
Yeah. Like that would be great. Like say it in whatever. That would be so crazy to like cheat on your wife. That like I don't know how people cheat. That's crazy.
No.
And say no. I'm saying that's what I would say at dinner.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's a good one. That'll make him squirm.
Like, you would have to be so, there's got to be something wrong with you. Then he's just like, yeah, but
that's a good idea.
You directly to him, right, Jim? Wouldn't that be crazy?
So direct. Yeah. Wouldn't that be insane? I was just thinking about when you said that. Sorry if I missed part of it because I was literally thinking about how
having that's a Raven moment.
I'm like, ooh, I had a vision. I know Leif just recently kind of, sometimes there's nothing like a good passive aggressive comment to a family member who's just being a little bit out of pocket.
Yeah.
And like, I can't get into specifics. I wish I could, but recently Leif kind of like made a comment to a family member who was just being annoying,
out of pocket.
Yes, and he like kind of made a passive aggressive comment back, and like after when we like got home to our house, I was just laughing and I was telling him, I'm like, I love that you said that because it was perfect comment where it's nothing that someone could get mad about, but it's like just enough to kind of make them feel dumb for like what they just did, which was what they said was annoying, so they should feel dumb. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And anyway, we were just laughing about that. I'm like,
it's because
when
people say something that is kind of condescending, maybe passive aggressive, like maybe it's advice or something, especially like if you have kids or like, just wait till this and this and this, like where you can't really call it out and be like, make it a big deal. It's not a big enough deal to be like, let's have a confrontation.
Yeah.
The only way to do it is to meet them.
Yeah, to be like, just you wait until this happens. Yeah. Like to kind of backfire at them a little bit.
But I wouldn't want him to turn out like your kids. Like say something like that. Yeah, where it's like, okay, two can play at that game.
Yeah, totally.
Or my brother Lad would always say, if someone was a one-upper, someone was a one-upper, like everything you say, they have to like one-up you.
Yes.
You start aggressively like one-downing them. Mm-hmm. Like you make it where they start feeling awkward because your life is so sad. Like, I used to do music and I played this big venue and it's like, oh, I wish so bad. Like I never got anywhere. I tried to learn the piano, but they said my skills are so bad. Like, that's awesome. I just never have done that. Like, make it and then they have to be like, oh, now they feel stupid.
Yeah, true. Kind of the opposite effect there. It's like, because they want it to be like this. Well, I guess that is acknowledging them. But sometimes just in general, if someone is like, they want attention so bad. Sorry, we're going off the rails. This has nothing to do with the original thing now.
How to be passive aggressive.
But sometimes if somebody wants attention so bad, the actual best thing you can do is like give it to them. Mm-hmm. I was thinking about how sometimes when people are like that, where they're like one-uppers and they kind of like want attention, if you genuinely are like, that's awesome, like, and kind of, I don't know how to explain it, but it's like it almost satisfies them and like
shuts them up
a little bit.
Yeah.
Well, if you're kind of still not giving them the attention, they try harder.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
No, it's very true. You just satiate them.
Yes.
There's also a customer service hack where if someone comes to you with an issue and you're the customer service agent, whatever, there's always gonna be two sides of the coin. So if they are coming to you and they're really upset, like say their package didn't get delivered or something, and you're the company they ordered from, they say, hey, I'm so upset my thing didn't come. You overreact. You have an overreaction. I cannot believe that would piss me off. I'm so sorry. This will never happen again. This should have never happened in the first place. You're like going above and beyond. Like, I promise you I will get this. You're just making a big deal.
Yeah.
They naturally will be like, oh no, it's really not that big of a
kind
deal.
of like, totally. It's like the balancing.
But if you are like acting like it's not a big deal, they are actually more prone to making a big deal. So you're downplaying it, they're going to overplay it. So the best way to get someone to downplay something, if they're like to de-escalate them, is actually try and fire them up.
Literally a manipulation tactic. Love it. It's true though. It really is true.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like it's human nature.
Yeah.
To like kind of, you know, we've talked about this concept before, but it's like, sometimes you'll like be having a conversation and I don't even know how to explain this like phenomenon, but like you're on the same side, but then someone starts going a little too hard and you start like defending the thing that you're like, wait, you know what I mean? 100%. Like
that's why
you're both like talking about someone's actions, but then they like go a little too hard and you're like, whoa.
Well,
like,
maybe not that crazy.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, I don't know how to even explain. I don't know what that's called, but
I think that's a great way to calm down someone who's really excited. Like too, if they're really worked up and like it's going to be okay. Like you get really, sometimes I do this for my friends, like, and my family members.
Like
I will get really upset for them. Yeah. And then it lets them not be as upset.
Totally.
Because I'm like, screw them. They're the worst person. And they're like, well, they just did a little mistake.
Yeah, it's like, okay, now you're calmed down too.
Yeah. Then they're like, then they kind of realize maybe that's not like, okay, maybe, that's not. Because that works for me. Like if I'm like, I'm sick, my stomach hurts. If he were to be like, let's get it checked out. I'm calling the doctor.
You're like,
let's
no,
do this.
it's
like, it's really not a big deal.
Yeah, that's so true. But if he's like, Chelsey, it's fine. You're like, no, seriously.
Yeah, no, my tummy hurts. I promise.
I know. That's true. Wow.
Life
101, manipulation 101. Glad you came to class today.
Yeah.
Okay, wow.
Oh, my turn. That was the only one. Hi, ladies. I'm 25 years old and I've never had a boyfriend. There is a guy that I've been seeing casually for about 3 months now. We're both on the same page with wanting a relationship. However, he has not initiated any kind of DTR, define the relationship, conversations.
Not me thinking DTF. I'm like, okay. Hasn't
He's
initiated.
not down to... do you have any tips or suggestions on how to bring up that topic without feeling like I'm pressuring him into something? I really do genuinely like him and would love to see this develop into a relationship. I'm just not sure how to bridge the gap between talking and officially dating. Any advice is appreciated. Love you guys. Okay, my first thought on that is the 3 months is like, he's not too late, but he's not too early. So I wouldn't be too stressed quite yet about it. Like 3 months is a perfect spot. If it starts going longer, then it's like, okay, wow, maybe he doesn't want to date me. So I'm just saying that to preface, like, I don't think that's too long where it's like,
no,
he doesn't like you.
We haven't hit the point of no return.
Like if he wanted to, he would, kind of thing.
But also I always think in these situations, like what's, the cheesy, what's meant for you will always find you or whatever it is. Like I really do believe in these circumstances, you can't scare away the right person. Yeah. Like if you're like, oh, I'm scared he'll run away. It's like, well, then maybe he doesn't like you enough because the right person isn't going to be freaked out by you being like, hey, can we kind of, what's going on here? If he's like, oh, whoa, I'm not ready for commitment. It's like, okay, then bye. Yeah. Because I am. Yeah. And you know what I mean? It's like the right person will match your energy.
Have that conversation too. It's like, you're not too early. You're not too, jumping the gun at this point. I think you have every reason to have a conversation about it. I think only a great way to bring it up would just be wait till it's kind of naturally in the I feel like you'll know. Yeah. If you're talking one night, it's like getting kind of deeper conversation. You can use the manipulation tactic and downplay the relationship. Like, we literally have no feelings for then he proposes. No, you could, just bring it up and be like, hey, I'm just curious. This is how I feel. I'm opening the floor to a discussion.
Yeah, like where are you at?
I think it's good to start with how you feel. Like, I really like you because you might get rejected, but that's okay. You got to be vulnerable, open up, tell them how you really feel. Say, hey, I really like you. I really want this to keep progressing and going in a good direction. Is that what I want to know where your mind's at. Yeah. Just watch your goal? Any reality TV dating show and ask like they ask.
Ask like who asks?
Just kidding. That's just all people on reality dating shows talk about. It's like not even
true.
It's just all they say is this connection. I love this. Well, like, where are we going? It's like, where have we been? I don't know what we've even talked about.
Specifically on The Bachelor. Yeah. Where have you been? Yeah. You've had one conversation that I've seen.
Yeah. And it was all about, I think this is a connection. Yeah. It's like, what's a connection? What's connecting?
Literally.
Your morals, show us what's connecting. You don't even know his middle name. No, but they're like, I feel something. And I do believe in like you can feel something. There's just like an energy there. But like, let's build on that.
Yeah.
Let's not just like, this connection is growing.
What connection?
Where?
Have you watched this Bachelorette season at all? I haven't watched it. So I can't speak to that. But I feel like in general, the Bachelor franchise really fumbles the ball when it comes to like showing context
and conversation.
You literally will see 2 minutes of their conversation and it's about the conversation. Like the conversation is not even an actual conversation. Yeah. It's just about, like you said, it's like them saying the buzzwords. Like
today our connection has grown. Huh?
It's grown. I can really see my husband in him. My husband is in this room. Okay. Where show us the actual conversations. Yeah. That is why Love Island, all these other shows are way better than The Bachelor and more interesting because they actually show the conversations. And so you grow to love the people and the like relationship because you actually know about them. Yeah. When these people come off of perfect example. Like when the Love Island contestants, when they get their phones back and they start posting, it's like you already know their personalities.
Yeah.
It makes perfect sense how they're posting. When even like Joey and Kelsey, Joey's season of The Bachelor was the best in a long time. Even them, I felt like I didn't even know Kelsey's personality. Like when she got off and would do like funny things, I'm like, oh, she has like
she's funny.
She's funny. Like wouldn't have known because you didn't show me more than 2 minutes of their conversations every time. And I don't know anything about them.
It's so true. They need to work on that.
Like you must do better.
Notes.
I do have notes. I'm excited for the Golden Bachelorette.
I know. Same.
I love Joan.
Did you see
Please show me
Kelsey's
more
dad is on that?
Yes.
So cute.
Please show us more. Please give us more. Bachelor Nation. Oh, you just get paid?
I think that was you. Oh, no, it's me. Yeah, I did. A shopper ordered a project you shared.
A what?
A shopper ordered a project you shared. Or project.
Like an affiliate
product,
link?
Yeah.
Slay.
Thank you guys. Love you. I probably made 5 cents.
I was just telling my friend, as far as affiliate links go, you know, like that's not my main. I'm not like a fashion girly who posts my links all the time. Like I have friends who that's like their, you know, their main thing. And I've never really done that as my thing. However, I have come to the conclusion, you people will buy. Okay, this is what I am. I'm an influencer of the big ticket items. People will go and get a chin. They will go and get a chin and their buccal fat removed. Okay, I have influenced them to do that. They will spend $15,000 at the plastic surgeon. But when I post my $10 Amazon sunglasses, I make 20 cents.
Yeah.
Tell me how that's working.
Probably
Tell me
because
how you have $15,000 but not $10. Like that's
probably
how
because
it works.
they know that it's actually worth it because you actually spent a lot of your money on it.
Maybe.
You know?
There's also like I'm pretty sure at the marble place that I ordered, like someone was messaging me. They're like, I want to get this marble. Is it this one? Like on the website. And again, that's like a very big ticket item. These are things that I'm like really investing in. And I'm like, and that's my, what's it called? Like those are my conversions are like the massive things, not the, it's just like so actually funny to me. I'm like,
you can't make money
you
off
will
of it.
literally spend 20 grand, but you won't spend $15.
Yeah.
Okay. Slay. And I don't make money off those things. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You can't get affiliate links.
Do you know
so
that
true.
I'm pretty sure that like 20 people have gone and got done the whole thing.
Got the JC package.
Got the JC Marie special. I'm not joking at all.
Got the Chinfluencer
I know 2 people
package.
personally.
You're joking.
No, and then they were telling me anyway, whatever, that people have gone
Well,
in
if
for
mouth taping
consultations.
doesn't work.
And when I link my mouth tape, you better buy it. No, I'm kidding. But thinking about that, I'm like, okay, so that was literally if 20 people spent $10,000.
You would have made $20,000.
No, 200,000.
From links?
What?
That's how much they made.
I'm saying no. I'm saying if 20 people spent $10,000 on their chin.
Yeah.
I just made that plastic surgeon $200,000.
I know. I'm saying you could have made from an affiliate link $20,000.
Right. Okay, I'm like, girl, we gotta get smarter here with the math. And
No,
I'm not a math
like,
girl.
That's what you would have made, like if you got a percentage of it.
Yeah. But I paid for my chin. I didn't get it for free.
Yeah. And you
I'm
should
very
have.
humble.
You should have.
It's like I didn't know if I wanted to post it. I didn't even ask it for free. I just went for the. I just went for it, but I did not know that many people would, and maybe more. Like, I don't know.
That just never said.
I'm just saying, that's crazy to me. That like, I mean, that's amazing. I hope they love it. I hope they love the results.
Yeah,
but it's just funny. It's like so expensive.
Yeah.
Versus something so small.
No, it's true. Like your cabinets, like so many people probably buying those cabinets. It's like you're not making any money from that. You just do it from the goodness of your heart. That's why.
That's right.
You're not in it for the money.
No, some of these companies I've like worked with, and I'll get like little deals or something, but. Yeah, I don't make money on them or anything, but it's just funny. I feel like affiliate links are so hit or miss. But some people like make a killing off of them. Not me.
Not me.
I'm not.
Well, I did. I just made some money. So
we heard the cha-ching.
I'm like, I made $1 million. Do people know? Have you ever clarified that? Maybe you can cut this out. I guess I don't know why you wouldn't want people to know this. That you guys bought your house like with no financial help from like your parents or like his parents or like nothing like that.
Thank you for bringing that up.
You're welcome. I saw this TikTok.
I'm kidding.
You're like,
I like
you
planted it. Yeah. I texted. That was the cha-ching. I'm like, bring up that I bought my house with no help.
Because I saw TikTok wasn't about you. It was just like when an influencer buys, or like when you know someone who bought a house. A lot of people, if they buy a house, sometimes their parents do help them, like, or their grandparents will help them with the down payment, whatever. Like that's very common. There's nothing to be ashamed of if that's true. Like if good for you, and I'm jealous. Like that is, you know, one thing because you still have to pay for it, whatever. But also, anyways, the TikTok was basically saying like when you know someone who bought a house, but like you know their parents helped you, and they're like, yep. Bought a house.
Like hard work.
Yeah, like we bought a house. Totally. Yep. It's our house. We own it. But you know that their parents paid for it.
Yeah.
And I was just thinking like, it's actually crazy that you guys bought it with no help in this day and age. So people should know that.
Oh, well, thank you.
Have you ever said that?
No.
Oh, you're a humble queen.
No, I would never bring that up.
It's like in your next vlog, you delete the clip.
My next title. No, I think that is a very common, also just misconception in general. I think of like, I always say that, which is more inspiring.
Like you can do it, because sometimes I'll speak for myself. Sorry, I totally cut you off. Give you one word. Like, anyways, back to me. It's very inspiring to me because I used to see people buying houses that would get help from their parents, again, which is great and I think is fantastic. Like, you know. And I'd be like, oh, if I'm not getting money from like any of our parents or grandparents or something for a down payment, like maybe I'm just not meant to buy a house. Like, but it's like, no, you can.
Definitely. I think that
if you're an influencer,
what I was going to say is the our neighbors. Like sometimes, you know, with the whole neighbor saga, I'm like, I swear they have this narrative. Like I don't know. I haven't not confirmed this with them. This is completely speculation on my part. But
considering they think you're teenagers.
Yeah. I feel like they have this narrative that Leif and I, you know, are just like this young couple, spoiled, like maybe grew up here and like our parents just bought this house for us or like helped us with the payment. You know, like I could see them just thinking that, and that's kind of why they act the way they do, where it's like, oh, these kids are just like, you know what I mean? Yeah. Like spoiled, and they just moved into our neighborhood and like they're not taking care of these plants. Like I think they have this narrative. I don't know for sure, but not that it matters either way. Like still doesn't justify you hosting a Facebook sale and sitting in my yard. But do you know what I'm saying? It's like,
they think like you're desecrating their sacred land that they like have been there for 30 something years. And you guys are just like, you don't really have as much heart into it because it's not your money. That's probably what they
exactly, where it's like that's not the case, and we really do care so much because it is our money, and we are so like you know, it's important to us.
Sorry, keep going.
No, we care about it. Like that's, you know, they think the opposite, that we're like you said, like they're not taking care of these plants. It's like, well, we're gonna make this yard so much better. Like we're literally pouring.
This is where we're gonna raise our children. I've been raising like all this money for my whole life to make this my home.
This has been literally my goal for my entire life. Me and Leif together, our goal for our whole married life has been to buy a house here in this area. Like this is what is. We're not just like these two spoiled, you know, kids who come from money and we're just, our parents bought us the house and so we don't care. It's like literally not the case at all. Which I was going to say, I haven't really said this on the podcast, but we have not seen an inch of them since Leif kind of was like, this is over. Like, the last thing that happened was Leif had said to her, like, we'd appreciate if this was the last of the conversations regarding our property, the plants, any of it. Like, this conversation is done. Have never seen them again. They used to literally come by, like, whenever we'd be there, they'd, like, pop out and be like, hi, like, and kind of try and, you know, have a conversation. Ever since that text was sent, not seen one time.
They're respecting boundaries.
Well, honestly, I think they might be embarrassed. Like, they've been, you know, they pushed us to the point where we're like, back off and stop. Like, this is enough. And, which, I mean, I guess better than them repeatedly. But I'm like, I'd still like to have a
relationship.
Like we don't have to like hate each other, but like, they literally haven't come by. I've never seen them outside the house. No, literally flee the country. I'm like, I guess that might be best, honestly.
So scared of confrontation.
But I'm like, okay.
Oh my gosh.
Kind of crazy.
So funny. What I was going to say when I interrupted you was, if there's one thing about us, it's that we will come up with a scenario that doesn't exist. Like, make a complete assumption about a situation and like put words in their mouth, put thoughts in their head, like, and then have an argument against it.
I know. I'm like, they think we're these rich spoiled kids. They're like, no, we don't. We literally never said that.
Like, they're thinking this, and they're totally like Then you actually talk to them like, no.
I know.
Like, oh no, we've just been out of town.
I know. I'm like, they're scared of us. They're like, no, we're at our other house, our summer house. Yeah, I have no idea. I don't know what's going to come of that, but there's been no drama recently, which is great regarding the neighbors or the... I jokingly was like, I was like the previous owner lurking when it was like the shadow of my dad. And so many people were like, oh my gosh, I believe you. I'm like, wait, you're kidding. I thought it was like obvious. It's like, he's literally in my home. He's in my home.
He lives in your backyard.
Literally. Oh
my gosh.
Just casually. So I'm like, yep, he was just in the in the backyard.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's
right.
So funny.
It's so funny.
We love exfoliating here at the What We Said podcast. It's such a great addition to a skincare routine if it is not already part of yours, and you can get softer, smoother, and more even toned skin after just one use with the new Gentle Exfoliating Line from Cetaphil. It is available at your local Target store, which is very convenient, or you can always get it online. There is nothing I love more than when my skin feels silky smooth, and that is usually only possible for me through exfoliation because the product is able to remove dead skin cells that are on the surface. Their new exfoliating line is formulated with a unique triple acid blend that promotes surface skin cell renewal. These gentle chemical exfoliators help remove dead skin cells and refine skin's texture while hydrating. I love that it still hydrates your skin because sometimes when you think of exfoliating, it can feel scary, like it's going to strip your skin and make it feel dry. But Cetaphil has prioritized still locking in that hydration while helping get rid of surface dead skin cells that you do not want. Skincare is one of our favorite acts of self-care. It's a simple way to prioritize yourself and your well-being, and it makes you feel clean, healthy, and like you have your life together. Especially now as moms, it's something that we try and make time for daily. Using these Cetaphil products can help you have softer, smoother, more even-looking skin, which is what we all want. Shop the new Cetaphil Gentle Exfoliating Line in the face and body aisles at your local Target store or online at cetaphil.com.
Do I start long distance with someone I've never met? I met this man at a wedding this June. We hit it off and I was literally starstruck. He followed me on Instagram, I DM'd him, and we've been talking for a while now. He seems genuinely interested, asking questions, cracking jokes, flirting, and it's all around going so well. The problem, I'm studying abroad. I shot my shot because I didn't want to miss an opportunity, but now I'm nervous. How do I proceed? I won't be able to see him before I leave, so the soonest would be in January. We do not live close, but he seems like he could be the one. I'm scared with so many months of texting the interest will leave. What do I do?
Ooh.
That's a long time.
That is a long time.
But also kind of not. It's like 6 months.
Yeah, true.
Well, from now it's even less, but from the time they met.
My gut tells me that you guys should not talk. Like, you should go do your own things. And then if you'll be back in January, then reconnect.
Or
my fear is that
you.
Things might get ruined in those 6 months when you're like separated and you're like in this weird where you're not like, you're dating, you're not, and you don't have clear, you're not in a clear relationship. You don't have clear rules and boundaries. You know what I mean? Where you're just chatting. I mean, maybe chatting here and there, catching up. But I don't feel like the pressure to like make something up of it before then is probably not a good idea. That's just my
first instinct was that he should come visit her.
Oh, well, he can still come visit her, but not be like, this is the one for me. Like, I'm safe. Like, go out and date. Like, let each other date and let each other, don't have any kind of expectations. You guys can still talk, but
don't be fully like, we're going to be long distance boyfriend or girlfriend, and that's how you're starting the relationship. Distance might be a little rocky.
Distance makes the heart grow stronger. Fonder. Whatever. So, same thing.
Same thing.
Both.
I think that, I agree with that. I think it's maybe a little rocky to start off long distance. But if he's literally the one, then like, it's also dumb to be like, we shouldn't talk. It's like, why?
Yeah.
We're obsessed with each other.
Yeah.
We can keep talking. You can come visit me. We can still kind of be casual about this. And then in the grand scheme of things, it's not that long.
No.
It's only a few months away.
Yeah.
Makes it about me. I'm like, 4 months to my 30th birthday. Anyway, let's talk about the planning. I've been thinking a lot about more about that.
It's coming
January
up.
is just going to come so quick.
So
the holidays go by so fast. And then if I have no plan, then what's the plan?
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know what I'm doing.
You have to plan. You have to inform.
Yes. I have to really get my thoughts together.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, I've had a few ideas. We'll see.
Can't wait to hear.
But yeah, I agree. I think it's just,
don't put pressure on it.
Don't put pressure on it. You can't. That could ruin it.
For sure. In the hospital, the day I gave birth to my first baby, my husband's parents wouldn't leave. I'm literally so exhausted from everything and fall asleep. While I'm asleep, my husband's mom takes it upon herself to give my baby a bottle when she knew I was trying to breastfeed. Oh. So he wouldn't breastfeed because he got a bottle preference, and my mother-in-law was the first person to feed my baby. I have so much resentment now because I feel like she took that from me. How do I get over it, or am I valid for being upset? Okay, you're extremely valid for being upset. That would make me so mad. Like anybody, I don't care who it is, like feeding my baby for the first time, not me.
Any
like in the hospital.
Yeah. With your baby. It's like, can I do that?
Yeah.
Like, hello?
I don't even know where to go from here. First of all, I understand you're valid for being upset, but I also want to. I'm like, let's overreact so she feels better.
No, exactly.
But I also feel like, I understand, but it's also already past.
Right.
And your baby still loves you, but I do understand the anger for being like, you took that from me. There's so many other firsts you're going to have, if you don't want to feel this negatively, this negative feeling anymore about it, look forward to the future. Mm-hmm. But I also would be mad about that.
Oh, I'd be very mad.
Yeah.
Especially because, like you said, you were trying to breastfeed and then she potentially
without your permission
yeah. kind of ruined that for you. It is just like, I feel like things are just different when you have kids, like with like in-laws and stuff, or with just parents and people coming in general. Like, do you know what just has shocked me is like how much, and I don't mean this in a bad way, like towards my parents or like my in-laws at all, but like how much people care about your kid. Like, again, that's beautiful that they care so much, but it's like, it has kind of shocked me. I'm like, oh, you like want to, like when anyone's in town, they're like, can I hold her? Can I feed her? Can I change her diaper? I'm like, sure. Like, it's like shocking to me. Do you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like that they really are like, and not everyone, I guess, is like that, but I feel like a lot of grandparents just like really do want to be involved. And so I don't know. I guess that's something I didn't realize until I had a kid, like how obsessed they would be, where it's like,
because it's their offspring in a way. Like it's not, is that the right word? Like it's their kin, I guess. I don't know. Like,
they're related to them. And they're like obsessed
it's your
with them.
child's child. Like I do understand. Like I will be obsessed with my grandkids as well. But the boundaries is where we need to pay attention to. Right. It's like you can want to feed whatever, like you got,
but maybe not the first time ever.
Definitely not the first, unless she needs it. Like ask her. That's the thing. But
that also is giving a lack of self-awareness. Like how are you not, as the mother-in-law, like how are you not aware enough to be like, okay, obviously I'm not going to like give the baby a bottle when she's asleep. Like she needs to make that decision. She's the mom. Yeah. It's so weird to just like do that.
I think the thing is, if you've already had kids, you do have everyone has their own preference of how they want to do things. Mm-hmm. And sometimes you can assume everybody has the same preference as you. So some people, if they did, like maybe she bottle fed all her kids and that was like the first thing she did. So she might not even have thought, like in her defense, a tiny bit, again, not defending her, lack of boundaries and consideration, but their thought process could be like, this is just what you do. This is nice. Like, I loved it.
Why wouldn't I
even think twice that you would want to breastfeed. Right. You know what I mean? So then she's like, again, it's not an excuse, but giving maybe some understanding. I could see how, especially some people in that generation, I don't know if we were talking about this on the podcast, but like birth obviously has been going on since the beginning of mankind. Otherwise, mankind would have ceased to exist. But things about birth, babies have changed so much. Yes. Like we've learned so much. There's different tricks and tips that I'm sure, when our kids have kids, we'll be like, oh, we had them chew on teethers. And they're like, that's so bad for them.
You know what was
But you don't assume like, just give them a teether.
No, I had a conversation recently with someone in their 80s, okay? And she was telling me that in her grandparents' generation, I think she was saying, her grandparents, or maybe it was her great, I don't remember. Yeah. But she was saying that, okay, basically she was talking about how she doesn't understand why pregnant women have their bellies out these days. Like, why are they showing that, basically? Yeah. And, of course, well, clearly I don't care and I'll show my pregnant belly on Instagram as well. And we were basically just talking about how I'm like, well, it's just their body. Like, it's nothing to, because she was saying they need to hide that. Basically, she's like, they need to cover that up. And I was like, well, why? It's like just their stomach.
Yeah.
And then she was telling me about how in her grandparents' generation, I think that's what she said, the culture, she's like, I'm not kidding. I don't think they ever saw each other naked, my grandparents. And I was like, wait, what do you mean? And she's like, the culture was like they sleep in separate beds, like in twin beds, and you change in the closet. Like you don't just like, get undressed in front of your husband. Like that's very shameful. Like you need to like go in the closet and change. And I had this kind of like moment where I was like, okay, I'm kind of understanding the context of like these older generations who are like, just shocked at like, a thong bikini. They're like, why do they have their bodies out? Like, that's so crazy. And I'm like, okay, I'm kind of understanding a little more, even though I don't, like we got to evolve. But I guess if that's literally how you grew up and you feel so much shame and she was saying, she was like, oh, I would never show anyone my body. Like now, especially, she was like, it was kind of making me sad. Yeah. Because she literally was like, I would never show anyone my crappy body. Like, and because she's like older, but I'm like, oh, that's sad that that's how you were raised, to think of, to literally have shame about your body, about other people's bodies, to think they shouldn't show theirs because that's, whatever. Mm-hmm. Like I think the culture is changing so much, but that was kind of a light bulb. I was like, wow, that's kind of crazy.
Yeah. And I think it changes very fast for them. Like even though for us, maybe it seems like it's slow, like from where, like, oh, come on, get with the program, like show your stomach. But it's like, in actuality, again, it's like from her lifetime, from the beginning of never showing anything to now people are showing everything. It's like, that's actually fast to her. It's like, oh my gosh, like we got to slow things down.
Yeah.
But to us, it's like, come on, get with the program. We're showing stomachs, we're showing shoulders, we're showing thighs.
Totally.
And it's true. Yeah. Makes sense.
I was joking. I was like, is she the one who made that comment? She's the one. I'm sick of seeing your stomach. I'm like, was that you from a fake account?
She knows how to troll.
Yeah. No, but yeah, that was very interesting. I was like,
That is interesting. I never even think about that anymore. Like,
no, it doesn't even cross my mind.
No.
A lot of that stuff I'm so desensitized to. Mm-hmm. All right. Well, thank you guys so much for writing in your submissions for advice. As always, we have a little Instagram highlight that you guys can go to. If you ever want to input some, something that you're going through and you want some groundbreaking advice from the two of us, it's always on our Instagram. So you can just input it into our little Google Drive thing that we have. It's very easy. And we also always post on our Instagram for any of our story episodes. So if we're doing like an embarrassing moment story, we'll ask on our Instagram stories, take a shot every time I have said story, so that you guys can input your stuff and then we can read it on the podcast. So follow our Instagram if you're not already. It's at What We Said Podcast. And you can watch us on YouTube, everywhere, just What We Said Pod, What We Said Podcast. You'll find us. Thank you guys so much for listening. We love you. And that's what we said. Goodbye.